What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is John Paul Investing. So today I wanted to share with you guys a little bit more news about Diffusion Pharmaceuticals. Yesterday I talked about a particular catalyst that we could expect before the end of the first quarter, and I did discover that in their most recent filings, what they shared with us is that they are going to look over the results of the study and give us some kind of news maybe at the soonest next week, and if we're lucky, even on market open on Tuesday. For those of you who don't know, the markets will be closed on Monday because of George Washington's birthday, so that is something to expect. If you did not know, there was going to be a trading holiday. But besides that, I did want to make sure you guys were aware of this potential catalyst that is going to come a lot sooner than the end of this first quarter and could come as soon as Tuesday next week. Now, before I got started, guys, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. This way you can get notified when I make videos just like this one, and it's a way for you to show your support for the channel. And if you would like access to our private Discord group where I actually share these things with our fellow patrons, and you want to know exactly when I do buy and sell specific stocks that we talk about here on this channel, then I recommend you guys check out the link in the description. And lastly, guys, WeBull is offering up to 2 free stocks for the month of February. All you have to do is open an account with them and deposit $100, and then you will get your 2 free stocks, and then you can sell these stocks and do whatever you want with that money. It essentially is risk-free money, guys. So just to give you an idea of what this is before I even get into the trial, TSE stands for trans-sodium crocetinate. So this TSE is being developed to enhance the diffusion of oxygen to tissues with low levels of oxygen, also known as hypoxia, a serious complication of many of medicine's most intractable and difficult to treat conditions. TSE was designed to enhance the level of organization among the water molecules, meaning it's a little bit literally more organized in terms of structure. By increasing the amount of hydrogen bonding, this creates a less dense matrix of water molecules, which makes it easier for oxygen molecules from areas of high to low oxygen concentrations, such as from oxygenated red blood cells into tissue where oxygen is used to power the cells. So what it does is it makes the water molecules more organized, and it makes it a lot easier for the oxygen to travel through the water because there's not as much densely packed, not organized water molecules in the way. So on September 10th of 2020, we announced the dosing of the first 2 patients in our 100-303 COVID trial in hospitalized CV-19 patients at the NIID in Bucharest, Romania. The primary endpoint of the trial was to evaluate the safety and tolerability of TSE administered every 6 hours for up to 15 days, or around 60 doses, a more frequent dosing regimen that has been used in our previous clinical studies. Secondary endpoints included pharmacokinetic measurement of TSE levels after dosing, relative improvements in blood oxygen levels, and certain other clinical parameters related to CV-19. So the first thing they were looking for is the safety and tolerability of dosing the TSE for 60 doses over a period of 15 days. And the second thing they were looking for was the improvement in blood oxygen levels, and then seeing what kind of positive effects it would have on CV-19. On February 9th, 2021, we completed dosing of the 24th and final patient in the 100-303 CV-19 trial. No dose-limiting toxicities were observed among any patients who received doses of 0.25 milligrams per kilogram, 0.5 milligrams per kilogram, or a full milligram per kilogram every 6 hours. Data for the final 1.5 milligrams per kilogram dose group of patients is currently being prepared for review by the trial's External Safety Monitoring Committee. Diffusion anticipates the committee will hold its initial meeting to evaluate the data from the final dose group on Friday, February 12, 2021. We will announce the top-line safety and tolerability data for the final dose group promptly following the completion of the committee's evaluation. Analysis of the secondary endpoints mentioned above are anticipated to be completed and announced before the end of the first quarter of 2021. So this committee is primarily going to be looking at the first endpoints that we mentioned, which is to evaluate the safety and tolerability of the medication that they are administering to the patients. So if it's not hurting them, no adverse effects, then this is a good sign, and they will share it with us sometime next week, hopefully, and if not, maybe the week after, but definitely much sooner than the end of this quarter this year. And the secondary endpoints, where we mentioned the effects on treating CV-19 or the clinical parameters related to CV-19, and then the improvements in blood oxygen levels, we should expect that sometime before the end of this quarter. So after they conclude these 2 things that we just mentioned, they have their roadmap set already, so this is something that's good because they have an idea of where they want to take this next, and it is highlighted here as anticipated next steps in TSE development program. Looking beyond the 100-303 COVID trial, the next step we have planned of the TSC is the design and execution of clinical studies using short-term experimental models to evaluate the clinical effects of TSC in oxygenation. To date, TSC has been administered in more than 180 subjects in clinical studies. Data from these clinical studies have contributed significantly to our understanding of the safety, tolerability, and pharmacokinetics of TSC. In addition, potential indicators of efficacy have been observed in 2 studies, including a small study in patients with peripheral artery disease with claudication, and also in a post-HOC analysis of patient with unresected GBM tumors. So peripheral artery disease is plaque inside of the veins. I can't imagine how painful it is, and I'm sure it is terrible, and people want this treated. And GBM is a more often than not inoperable brain tumor. I can't imagine, how much people who have this, want to have it treated. So their product is aimed at saving lives, guys. This is something to consider. However, neither of these studies was statistically powered to formally evaluate efficacy, so we believe further robust clinical development of TSC requires a prospective exploration of the relationship between dose and oxygenation. To this end, we plan to conduct these short-term clinical studies over the coming months. So we are expecting news from them over, the next several months, probably for the rest of the year. But the news that we want to get from this CV19 trial that we just spoke about above is something we should expect somewhere between, I would imagine next week and the week after. But something that I want to bring up too is the fact that the reason I say this stock could double is because the stock price right now is sitting at around $1.20, $1.30. I think it's $1.28 to be exact. It wouldn't really take much attention and money to move this stock double or triple where it is right now, considering its very low float volume and the fact that it really is only sitting at around $85 million market cap right now. And right now there's a big hype, kind of a cult-like movement around the medical stocks, pharmaceutical stocks, biotech, whatever you want to call it. There seems to be a lot of money rotating around this market right now, and I think it is finding yet another target right now, especially with the news that's coming. It's just a really good excuse to make some money in a different stock within the same industry. So I think it's just a matter of time, kind of like Solarius Pharmaceuticals that just went from $1 to $3 in a matter of days. That stock ticker is SLRX. I think this money is going to find its way back into a different penny stock that has some kind of chance for success. And I think that the next target for this could very well be Diffusion Pharmaceuticals, or stock ticker DFFN. So of course, guys, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm simply telling you that this is something that could affect the stock price, and something that if you're interested in investing in this company, this is definitely something worth looking at, and knowing that this could possibly materially change the company. So definitely keep an eye on that for Diffusion Pharmaceuticals. I'm very excited to get good news for this company, because if it does, then I would imagine that this stock could very well double in price in a very short period of time. But anyways, that is all I had for this video, guys. If you like watching videos like this one, go ahead and hit that like button. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell notification to get notified when I make videos just like this one. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.